joined Mrs. Lawson's class and Mrs. Lawson since I couldn't have all of you come to my bakery, and I just got done reading the book last night. Pablo and I definitely have some similarities. I'm going to show you how we start mixing our bagels. To run a bagel, this is 50 pounds of flour. We're going to take 3 of these and put them into the mixer. You're going to come right this way. You're going to see a giant mixer. This is George, or Jorge. He's my manager. We have him on the bagel machine today. We will go over that in a second. In this giant mixer, there is 3 bags of flour, 7.5 pounds of sugar, 2.5 pounds of salt, 1.5 pounds of dough conditioner. So that's well over 150 pounds of dry ingredients. I'm going to fill up some water here. We're going to put 2 18 quarts of water into the mixer. Each quart is over close to 40 pounds of weight. We're going to put in 1.5 pounds of yeast. So we're going to break up the yeast. Everything's done on a commercial level. Okay, we're going to add 2 of these in, and then we're going to mix the dough for about 25 to 30 minutes until it develops some gluten, which means it's going to stretch out really well to make it easy to run through the bagel machine. I know in the book, Pablo and his father rolled the bagels out by hand, but we have a lot more volume, so we're going to show you how to use the bagel machine. That's the first bucket of 18. Now we're going to add the second one. So this mixer is going to hold, we got 150, 200, about 225 pounds of dough. When we start to mix it, after that, when it's prepared, we're going to put this into the bagel machine. This side is called a hopper. As you can see, we load the dough into the hopper, and then you're going to follow it as it comes down on the machine. I'm going to show you that process right now. As you can see, this is the hopper. This is called the slide plate. It begins to come down as little pieces, begins to stretch out. George is going to grab it. He has cornmeal on top of the boards so they don't stick, and he's going to put that onto the rack. He's going to put it into the proof box. What this is going to do is create an environment that we can control the heat and humidity, and we're going to rise it or call proofing for about a half an hour. Okay, here we go with bucket number 2. So we have 18 and 18 on the water. And we're going to start the first cycle to mix it. There we go. Now what that's going to do, it's all going to come together. It's going to take some time. We use a high gluten flour, and what that's going to do is going to develop gluten strands. The bottom line, boys and girls, you're going to have a delicious bagel when we're done. And if you're really good, maybe we'll give you some jalapeno bagels to try in class. Okay, boys and girls, I'm going to show you how to make the jalapeno bagels. This is called the kettle. It's over 212 degrees. We gently put the bagels in. As you can see, they float up to the top. Now we're going to give that a slight stir. And what that's basically doing is going to pull a nice shine on the bagel. Pull out some of the starches. We leave it there anywhere between 15 and 30 seconds. As you can see, the steam is very, very hot. You have to be very careful on this process. Now the jalapeno bagels is going to go on a sheet pan. The nice jalapenos, we're going to put them in a nice circle. It adds a lot of flavor, a lot of spiciness. I like spicy foods. As I got older, I enjoy more spicy foods. When I was younger, growing up in New York, we didn't have too much exposure to it. But now living in California where the jalapeno is king, I'm beginning to enjoy it. Then we're going to put nice cheddar cheese slices, aged cheddar. We're going to put that in a giant oven, cook it for about 10 to 12 minutes. See, it's a giant oven, rotates. It has 6 different shelves. We're going to stop the shelf before we put this in. We'll see in about 12 minutes and we'll see how they look. As you can see, we're about halfway through the dough, so I'm going to show you how it looks. It's probably about another 20 minutes to mix. I'm going to stop it and show you what I'm looking for. We take a small piece of dough, we roll it on our hands, we stretch it flat, and we're looking to tear it, to stretch it without it tearing. As you can see, it ripped pretty early. That means the gluten is not developed enough yet. So we're going to put more time on it. About 20 minutes, it should be good to go.
So it's safe to say you're not a gluten-free bagel shop.
Definitely not. We got Donaldo here's baking on everything bagels. And as you can see, this is the real way to bake the traditional bagel. You put them in on a board after we boil it. We send it around 2 times, and Donaldo just flipped it. And this is the hearth of the oven. This is Donaldo. Say hola. Hola. Okay. He's going to take some more bagels out right now. It's okay. Okay, we get a shot. Oh, you. It's going to go to escuela for the niños. Okay, we got some bagels coming out right now. And necesito uno más. Donaldo, ¿cuántos años trabajo aquí?
17.
17 years Donaldo's been working here. 17. He comes in at 1:30 in the morning. We got some nice onion bagels coming out. As you can see, fresh out of the oven. Perfecto. Gracias. Then we're going to take the jalapenos out. We have to put our heat pans on because the oven's 550 degrees. And we got one more time and those jalapeno bagels will be ready. Ah, they look great. So now we take the jalapeno bagels out. We're going to let them cool. I just take my spatula and I loosen it up so as it cools it doesn't stick to the pan. We're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes, and then we're going to put it up front for the customers. So that's basically how we make the jalapeno bagel. And I'm sure Pablo, his father, and his mother will be proud. All right, that's a wrap.